Good morning, Fort Worth. It is 13 January. My name is Andrew, and this is the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. We've got other episodes that we do, full-length, long episodes, but this is the morning show. It's only supposed to be 20 to 30 minutes. Get you up to date with what's going on in your area here in Fort Worth. We say our area. We mean as far east as Grand Prairie, as far north as Denton, as far south as Burleson, as far west as Old Weatherford. If you got an event, if you got anything going on, anything at all, just email us, media@fortworthroots.com with an audio file, and we'll be happy to play it on the show. That's the purpose of the entire thing, is to connect people, let them know what's going on around town. Thursday is our big episode where we highlight everything that's happening over the weekend because it's our last episode of the week. We got segments here we're going to get into in just a moment. And if you've been listening to the show for a while, you've probably been wondering where the spinny thing is. We had been doing this every week. Spinny thing is we have you comment on videos or such nonsense, whatever kind of situation there, and we will put your name inside the spinny thing. And then we draw it weekly to give away prizes. We're going to do it a little differently this time around. We're going to start leaving them at Hoppin, and you can come pick them up. One of the big issues that we had was trying to connect with people to get their prizes. So we're not going to do that anymore. You can come up to Hoppin during regular business hours, and I will leave your winnings in either a box or a bag or something with your name on it. And the wonderful staff here at Hoppin will take care of you. If you're wondering why Hoppin, we record at Hoppin Monday through Thursday, releasing our episodes at 8 a.m. Hoppin's a new venue right down the street from Docs Records on Weisenberger Street. Okay, let's get into it. We've got a weather, and then I'm going to go ahead and play our one call-in for the day, a comedian, Tony, who has been coming to the Wednesday night comedy show here at Hoppin. We do a comedy show every Wednesday. Kicks off at 8 o'clock, and it's no cover. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you out here. It's been great watching these comedians grow. They call it putting in their reps, just getting up on stage, getting those butterflies out of the way, and practicing their material. Here's your 10-day forecast. For 51 for a high today, 29 for a low. Tuesday, 56 for a high, 34 for a low. Wednesday, 56 for a high, 34 for a low. Thursday, 66 and 47. Friday, 70 degrees for a high with a low of 40. Moving into the weekend, we got Saturday, 52 for a high, 26 for a low. And then Sunday, it really starts to cool off again, 39 for a high, 21 for a low. No rain in the forecast, even looking forward into the following week. I just don't see anything out there. All right, let's get to this one call in here from our buddy Tony. Let's see. Come on, where's that? There we go.
Hey, this is Tony Torres, just sending a memo over to the Fort Worth Roots that I'll be in the show next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. at the Arlington Improv. That's January 16th. And I'll have a guest spot. It'll be me, Botox, Brandon Ray, and featuring Miss Connie, and headlining Roland Rios. Oh, yeah, boy.
All right, Tony, thank you for that call in, and we'll play that here in a couple more days so people don't forget. And if you are a comedian, if you're a musician, whatever you're up to, let the public know. Leave us a little audio recording like that, like Tony did. Great job, Tony. And we'll get it on the show just as quick as we can. All right, let's get back to these segments here. National Day of. There's always something ridiculous. Apparently, anybody can submit a National Day of, so you should do that as well. And we need a National Fort Worth Roots Day, I think. Today is Korean American Day. Let's see what else we got here. Make Your Dream Come True Day. National Fourth Graders Day. That's weird. Let's see. National Clean Your Desk Day. If you're doing that once a year, you are the guy that everybody talks about having the really jacked up desk. National Gluten-Free Day. Let's get into it. What do you got? Come on. Boy, Hoppin's internet, you are slow today. Usually it's lightning fast. We might not get into that at all. Nope. It's not going to let us. Anyway, it's National Gluten-Free Day as well. All right, let's get into this day in history. First radio broadcast. January 13th, 1910, the radio telephone company transmits live performances of Enrico Caruso performing opera arias at New York City's Metropolitan Opera House. Radio receivers on ships in New York Harbor, in hotels, and elsewhere throughout New York allow the public to hear the world's first public wireless broadcast. 1910. I don't know. I thought radio was older than that. It's pretty crazy. Then this other one here. Let's see. 1968 on this day. Really having some internet issues this morning. Ruining the show, internet. Come on. Well, it's gone too. What is happening? We are plugged in and... Okay, no more clicking on links. Here we go. The news stories for today are from the FortWorthReport.org, and we'll get into that in just a minute. We got Mr. Matt Stubbs with Sky Viper. Mr. Stubbs.
Good morning. Fort Worth Happy Roots. What's up?
That's right. How's it flying up there?
Flying good, man.
A little warmer today.
Yeah. I got my Speedo on. We're back to normal.
Is it the rubber ducky one?
Yeah, you know it, the rubber ducky Fort Worth Speedo.
It's my favorite. How's traffic looking?
Oh, it's great, man. Great. Downtown Fort Worth looks like pretty moderate around I-35. Delays coming up at the interchange at I-30. A little bit of construction on Lancaster Avenue that's causing some minor slowdowns and some onlookers, those pesky onlookers.
Rubberneckers.
Rubberneckers. Why can't they mind their own business?
I don't know.
I-20 eastbound cleared for the most part, but expect some congestion around the Hewlin Street exit. So if you're going to Hewlin Mall, don't. 820, let's see, let me fly over here in my rubber ducky Speedo. Eastbound lanes near Roof Snow Drive. It's getting a little bit slow. Reports of a stalled vehicle, so if you want to get out and help push them out the way, that might be something you could do, or stay in your car and not get killed.
Yeah.
You. 121, smooth sailing through the mid-cities area through traffic, but traffic picks up as you get closer to DFW airport exit, so watch out there. That's about it, my man.
Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. Did you have any, what'd you do for Ice-Mageddon?
Man, so nothing. Sat back, relaxed, burnt up all my firewood, and just stayed off the roads, man.
It's a good idea. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did too.
This weekend, I'm dying to tell you about this because I got 10 extra points on my man card for replacing a toilet. I totally did it by myself.
Yeah, that rubber sealed. You make sure that you took care of that at the bottom.
Yeah, that was the tricky part because I couldn't see it as I'm lowering the toilet into the hole. I couldn't really see what was going on, so it's like, well, I think I did it right. And then you screw it all down and take it through some test runs, you know.
Have you? That's exactly what I was going to ask. Has it been through the big test run now?
Yeah. Yep. So what I did was, I don't know, it just felt like I needed to christen this thing for its maiden voyage. So I took a Topo Chico and I broke it over the bowl, and and then we took it out on its maiden voyage, and it came back with flying colors. We won't talk about the colors, what colors those were, but they were flying. So pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you? Anything this weekend?
Showing houses, man. I'm a real estate agent, so I'm flying around looking at houses to sell as well. So
it's a good time to be buying houses.
It's always a good time to be buying houses. Let me tell you.
Excellent, Matt. We don't do this enough, but where can people find you?
Jerry Jonestown Massacre Podcast Show.
Is that the best way to do it?
Yes, sir. And then if you need real estate, 817-637-6748.
There you go. Got anything else for these folks, brother?
No, travel safe and be patient.
Okay. Can we get you on tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. You get that helicopter landed safely and tell Candy we said hello.
Yeah, I can't wait to come use the toilet, too.
Oh, yeah. Come on over. We're having a party. It's a toilet party.
All right, bye-bye.
Skibbity Ohio Toilet Riz. All right. Mr. Matt Stubbs with the Jerry Jonestown Massacre Podcast. And flying today our traffic helicopter, Sky Viper. Yes, love it. It's my favorite segment. I hope you like it too. All right, let's get that out of here. Bye, Sky Viper. Okay, back into it. FortWorthReport.org. Fort Worth City Council elections are fast approaching. We've got some great stories today. This is probably the most boring one, but relevant and important. All 11 Fort Worth City Council seats are up for election this year. And we talk about this sometimes, like the presidential election. Super sexy. Everybody likes it. But the more important thing is what's happening in your local community. So this is what you want to be paying attention to. All right, let's get back into it. All 11 Fort Worth City Council seats are up for re-election or election this year, and residents are guaranteed at least one new face on council after District's 5's Gina Bivens announced she isn't running for re-election after 12 years in the seat. The filing period for candidates begins January 15th and ends February 14th. In order to run for a council seat, a candidate must be a U.S. citizen, a registered voter as of February 14th, and at least 21 years old by May 13th, the start of the term. The candidate must have continuously lived in Texas for at least a year and lived in the council district they're seeking to represent for at least 180 days or 6 months before the first day of the filing period. In addition, residents with a felony conviction are ineligible to run unless they've been pardoned or have otherwise been released from the resulting disabilities of their felony conviction. In years past, several would-be candidates have been turned away because of prior convictions. All right, so we'll keep a close look on that, but you can read on at FortWorthReport.org, and that story was by Emily Wolf. All right, excellent. Moving on, onward. Maiden Tarrant, food vendor, caters to Hispanic customs and dietary needs in her tamales. And I'm so excited about this. I encourage you all to go to FortWorthReport.org and take pictures of this article by Nicole Lopez. And here's why I'm so excited by it. If you're watching the video right now, off to my right, your left, I've got this logo. It's got a classy looking lady winking at you with a rose behind her ear. Let's get into it. Here we go. Let's see. Lupe Castillo of Mama Lou's Kitchen has been making tamales since 2004. She turned her passion for cooking into a means to make ends meet following an accident. Since then, her clientele has grown and she has become a well-known face in the community for her locally made food. I just love cooking. I'm popping up as an artist because it's my craft, said Castillo. She makes her products available at local events, including the Fort Worth Community Market, held every Sunday at the South Main District Micro Park. In addition to selling food at pop-up markets and art events, she also serves as a vendor open for hire. Castillo specializes in making tamales and freshly made salsa that cater to people with all sorts of food preferences and diets, while also reflecting Hispanic culture and indigenous ingredients. Making tamales is so much work. It's labor-intensive work. I end up paying to make those tamales, and I love it when people appreciate that. She has mentioned that the tamales are a labor of love, and don't miss out because Mama Lou's is some of the best food you're going to find at pop-up markets, food trucks, whatever. She's got that market cornered, and you can get her every Wednesday right here at Hoppin. We have her set up in the VIP area. She brings in her stuff, and we're doing the comedy show. We're doing music, bingo, and all sorts of fun stuff. You can enjoy one of the 50, well, you can, more than one, but be careful. There's 58 taps on the wall that's got THC seltzers, wines, craft beers. There's a cocktail bar here at Hoppin. So you can take advantage of all that, but also on Wednesday nights we love having Mama Lou's here, and I didn't set this up. I didn't plan on having her on the Fort Worth Report today, but she just popped up and I was so excited to see that. It's a really good picture, Lou. We like it a lot. And it's got a showcase of, I think those are her nachos, I think. Anyway, her food's incredible. Check it out. Lots of different possibilities to find her around town, but if you want a surefire way to catch her, Wednesday nights here at Hoppin. Best time, in my opinion, to catch Mama Lou's Kitchen. Onward, let's see here. Trinity Metro receives $25 million federal grant to expand TexRail into near Southside. Fort Worth's proposed use of urban rail solutions received a big boost from the outgoing Biden administration Friday that could allow TEX Rail, or TEX Rail, I don't know how they say it, TEX Rail, the popular commuter line, to expand soon. The U.S. Department of Transportation announced $25 million raise grant for Trinity Metro to build a TEX Rail line to the near South Side neighborhood. Although the estimated $167 million project still needs up to $20 million to begin construction, the grant is intended to aid in building a 2.1-mile extension from downtown Fort Worth, which runs nearly 27 miles from downtown to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, experienced booming ridership in 2024, data shows. Chad Edwards, Executive Vice President of Strategy, Planning, and Development at Trinity Metro, previously told the Fort Worth Report that finding another $20 million for the project is achievable. A decision on the grant had been expected since June 2024. All right, and it does go on. So you can find the rest of that story at fortworthreport.org. Thank you to Eric E. Garcia from the Fort Worth Report for the story. All right, onward. We got one more Fort Worth. This is a good one. Bob on Business. I saw this segment last week and I liked it, so let's do it again. Downtown Fort Worth building starts off the new year by changing hands on January 12th by Bob Francis. The former W.T. Grant Department store building at 611 Houston Street excuse me, in downtown Fort Worth has been acquired by a new local real estate group, Main Street Partners. The historic building, currently home to the Library Bar and Pete's Dueling Piano Bar, has lots of untapped potential, and we're excited to bring our vision for it to life, said Mitchell Parker, co-founder and partner at Main Street Partners. Let's see if there's any other... Excuse me, guys. Didn't get enough coffee yet this morning. That was the big one that I saw with the Library Bar and Pete's Dueling Bar. By the way, if you haven't been to Pete's Dueling Piano Bar, that is one of the most fun activities here in Fort Worth, in my opinion. Kimball Royalty makes acquisition. Fort Worth-based Kimball Royalty Partners, an owner of oil and gas mineral and royalty interests in approximately 17 million acre in 28 states, has agreed to acquire mineral and royalty interest held by a private seller in a cash and... I lost my spot. Under the agreement, Kimball... I don't know why we're reading this. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That was stupid. Play ball and serve concession. The Texas Rangers and concessionary Delaware North are partnering to host a job fair for 2025 seasonal positions at Globe Life Field and Choctaw Stadium on February 1st. Okay, I'm just going to give you the briefs on these. Crestline closes. Crestline investors don't care. New distribution center set. Reading forward here. Don't know what that is. Don't care. Okay, some of this stuff is like real deep in the weeds. I just wanted to tell you about the Library and Piano Bar. Library Bar and Pete's Dueling Piano Bar. Okay, anyway. That's it for Fort Worth news. I've got good news, the good news that matters. This is by positive.news. This week, good news roundup. U.S. offshore drilling ban epic ocean victory. As the climate crisis came into tragic focus in Los Angeles this week, environmentalists cautiously welcome a new ban on offshore drilling along much of the U.S. coastline. The last-minute climate policy is one of the final acts of the Biden administration before it hands power to Trump, who said he would repeal the ban but will likely face challenges doing so under U.S. law. The ban covers the entire Atlantic coast and eastern Gulf of Mexico, as well as the Pacific coast of California, Oregon, and Washington. UK's electricity, cleanest ever in 2024. The UK's electricity grid was the cleanest it's ever been in 2024, thanks to surging renewable and the closure of the country's last coal-fired power plant. Okay. Speaking of decarbonizing the UK, a motoring revolution is gathering pace in the UK, where a record number of electric vehicles were sold in 2024. Scientists encouraged by new prostate cancer test. A groundbreaking new ultrasound technique could revolutionize prostate cancer testing, scientists said this week. Onward. England's Right to Roam campaign scored a win. Okay, a lot of this stuff is UK stuff, but there's still some good articles in here. New fund to redistribute waste food in England. Okay, good job, England. Dancing touted as treatments for Parkinson's. Okay, see here, this is what I was talking about. Dance classes and existing drug used to treat anxiety have been touted as potential new treatments for Parkinson's. In a small Dutch study, the drug propranolol was shown to be effective at reducing tremors, which affect as many as 7 in 10 people with Parkinson's. Cool. We like giving you guys positive news stories. And then space news. This is our last segment for the day. SpaceX will launch 2 private lunar landers this week, kicking off busy year for moon missions. Let's see here. 2 private lunar landers are set to launch this week. A 6-day window for the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launching the missions begins early Wednesday morning, January 15th, with liftoff scheduled for 1:11 a.m. The Falcon 9 will carry both landers to Earth orbit, where each will begin independent trajectories towards the moon. Ghost Riders in the Sky, the mission for Firefly Aerospace Blue Ghost Mission 1, lunar lander, is part of NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services program, also known as CLPS, to deliver scientific payloads to the surface of the moon. The second lander, Resilience, comes from Japan-based company iSpace and is the second mission the company has flown in an attempt to land on the moon. iSpace Mission 2 will deploy after Blue Ghost and will take about 4 times longer to complete its mission. Wow. Blue Ghost will spend 25 days orbiting Earth ahead of an engine burn to set its trajectory towards the moon. After another 20 days for in transit, plus another 16 in lunar orbit. If everything performs nominally, the lander will autonomously touch down in Mare Crisium, Sea of Crisis, to begin 2 weeks of lunar science. Blue Ghost's 60-day mission from Earth to the moon will end about 5 hours after nightfall on the lander's location. The spacecraft will preserve the last of its battery power to capture an image of the lunar sunset before powering down. Very cool stuff. I like to see advancements like that rather than just launching satellites into the nothingness. So, good deal. Like it. There was another story I was trying to find this morning, but I could not look it up. Apparently, they have calculated the trajectory of an old SpaceX rocket that I guess couldn't be recovered. Anyway, they didn't know where it was going to end up. It turns out it's careening straight for the moon, and it's going to impact it like either, I think I saw March or May, something like that. Movember. It was some month that starts with an M. Anyway, that's what my foggy recollection of that was. But yeah, so it's going to be the first time that we've actually hit the moon with space debris. I'm here for it. I think that's great news. All right, and I had some notes here from things that people sent in to me. And we've also got some Hoppin events here. Hoppin, beer, cocktails, and good vibes. BBQ Pitmaster class featuring Trevor Sales, owner and pitmaster of Brick's Barbecue. Texas brisket wagyu, burnt-in smoked chicken, corn chowder. Sponsored by Fort Worth Brewery. Saturday, February 1st, 12 p.m. to 3. There is going to be some more details on that. And if you will either go to Hoppin's Instagram page, Hoppin FWTX, to check that out, or follow along at Fort Worth Roots on Instagram, and we'll make sure that you're kept up to date on that. What do we got here? Book release party. It is River Oaks. You are invited. Book release party, January 18th, 7 p.m. The River Oaks Event Center, 5300 Blackstone, River Oaks, TX 76114. Right across from a new place. I think it's called Crystal Springs. It's a cheese place and a beer garden, and they also have, what is the name of that food truck? Big Cat's Burgers is now over there, and it's great. everybody there is so pumped up and excited about this. I mean, the staff, they're excited to be open and available to the community. I like it. I don't know. I think it's a great spot. So beer, burger. They've got, I guess, cocktails. I haven't had any there. But then they've also got, like, the front end of the store is just like cheeses. And then they have a wine bar right next to that. So anyway, wild. It's a weird spot, and I would not have thought that anybody would have utilized this space this way, but it's awesome. So anyway, they also have a little stage there. I know Jenny Mac was playing this weekend out at that location, so definitely worth checking that out. I just saw the location on this post, and I was like, oh, by the way. But yeah, this book release is January 18th. It's with Mark Nobles and Darren Houck, the mayor of River Oaks, put this book together. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's not the first book that Mark Nobles has put together, and it will not be the last, I'm sure. All right, we covered Tony's message. Also, we've got updates for the 2025 4th Annual Car Show and Cruise, the River Oaks Springfest Car Show. Friday, April 18th, the police escorted crew, 6 p.m., Grump's Burgers. I believe everybody's welcome to come join in on that, but they meet up at Grump's Burgers, and then, if you're on your motorcycle or your classic car or whatever, you get to follow them, kind of like a parade, through the neighborhoods. And the River Oaks neighborhoods really turn out for this. Like, everybody is standing out, either on their porch or on the curb, like, just checking it out. It's a spectacle. Saturday, April 19th, the car show, which starts at 10 a.m., is happening at Burgers Lake, 1200 Meandering Road, Fort Worth, 76114. And I hope you were listening to that detail, because every single year that we've done this, it has actually been at another location. I'm not even going to say it anymore. I'm sad that it's not happening there, but this is going to be great too. Hundreds of classic cars, bikes, 100-plus vendor booths, live music, games, fun for the whole family. RiverOaksSpringFest.com for details, or Facebook.com/RiverOaksSpringFest. So that's going to be cool. It's always great. Our buddy Darren and his family and Tanya, they put this on every year, along with the help and support of the community, and it's always a blast. It accounts for about 8,000 to 10,000 of the people that we see annually with the Fort Worth Roots podcast. So, all right, we did Springfest, TBS dating. Okay, here we go. This is something that I'm excited to tell you guys about, because last night, Michelle from the Body Scrubbery and Megan, my lady, were coordinating on what kind of weird thing to make me wear to this event. The Fort Worth dating game. If you have ever seen like the old 1970s dating show, this is going to be set up just like that. And we're going to try to make this as close to the old school show as possible. If you'd like to be a contestant on the show, send an email to media@fortworthroots.com and say, I want to be a contestant. And then I've got some questions you got to fill out to see when you'd be best for the show, because we're going to do age appropriate. I think that is the only category, actually, that we're going to be separating people up into. We don't want to put a 20-something-year-old with a 70-something-year-old. That'd be weird. So anyway, email me, media@fortworthroots.com. I've been telling people put love in the subject line so I know what you want. And then I'll send you the questions. You fill that out, and then we'll put your name in the list. And then whenever it makes sense, we'll put you in the show. Obviously, we can't put everybody in the show all at once, but we'll work through that list, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be first come, first serve. But it's also going to be great for everybody that wants to come out and just watch, because it's going to be fun. And we're going to try to do it just like that old 70s dating show. So this is Michelle's thing. I'm helping, but it's going to be awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. February 14th, 6:30 to 7:30, pre-show singles shenanigans, and we've got a local dating group run by our friend Shelly, and Sherry. Jesus. Sherry is going to be bringing out all of her dating group friends to the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of people here, a lot of single folks, and that is 6:30 to 7:30. And then the game show starts up 7:30 to 8:30. It's happening right here at Hoppin. And if you'd like to be a contestant, we would love to get your information so that we can start working on that for you. It's media@fortworthroots.com and put love in the subject line. Vendor Market, January 25th, Plug Hub presents, along with Hoppin and Fort Worth Roots, Bite Bazaar, food trucks, drinks, local brands. I'm starting to get information on this very quickly, and there is going to be all sorts of really awesome food trucks and drinks and all sorts of vendors for that. They're going to be located, I believe, in the parking lot straight across from Hoppin, right across from Doc's Records. Be set up out there, and it's no admission. We're going to have Late to the Station playing, I believe, 6 to 9 with Carrie and Paul Smith, my homies, my friends, people who I have a great amount of respect for, and their music is awesome. So this is going to be fun. January 25th, come hungry, 4 to 9 p.m., and we will have more details on that at Hoppin FWTX and Fort Worth Roots on the Instagrams. Okay, that's it. And so we do events coverage on Thursdays, but if you send me something in, I'm going to read it off that day, and then I'm going to put it in a folder so that whenever we get closer to that date, I can read it off again. So anyway, I don't want to read off your stuff. I highly object to that, but these right here, I'm involved in some way, so I went ahead and did it. If you want your information on the show, do me a favor. I'm doing all this for you. I want you to do something for me. Make the audio recording and email it to me. If that's too complicated, I get it. You can call me 817-988-1292 and leave a voicemail. But yeah, I'd rather you did the email thing because it sounds way better. Like Tony's earlier, our comedian friend, that sounded great. Tony, you did wonderful. Okay, that is enough talking out of me, folks. Thank y'all for listening to today's morning show episode. I got another episode coming out today with our friends at the Heart Gallery of North Texas, the Gladney Center, and a couple of other organizations. We were out at the Hewlin Mall for a thing they set up for them. They bought out one of those shopping stores, the blocks, the old stores. Anyway, they rented one of those out, and they put together this cool little bring your kids, let them shop, pick out gifts, things like that. It was really cool. They had a Santa Claus there, a Mrs. Claus there, and all sorts of activities for these foster children. And I love being a part of things like that. So look for that episode probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. That'll be released to you. And then we will also have to get out, hopefully today, last week's episode at McFly's. We were struggling trying to get all the backlog caught up before our next Tuesday event. By the way, if you're ever wanting to come out and see something cool, McFly's Pub, we're going to do our live recording with an audience every Tuesday now out at McFly's Pub, located over there off the East Gate for the military base here in Fort Worth, Texas. And this week, I'm bringing pizza. I'm going to try to bribe you with food. So come on out. That is going to be at 6 o'clock. I believe that's right. Is that right? No. 4 to 6. It's 4 to 6 this week. It's usually going to be 5 to 7. We adjusted it for our guests this week, and so it'll be 4 to 6. But you want to get there early because I think I'm only buying X number of slices of pizza. So anyway, if you're hungry and you show up looking for pizza, but you showed up, an hour after everybody else, I don't know, man. I'd show up early. But I'm buying you pizza, so come on out. Oh, God, man. All right, so the raffle. I almost forgot. It's sitting right here, so I won't forget. All right, we're going to do this. I'm sorry. I know this episode's been a mess. That's okay, though. We're going to get through it. All right, so I'm going to spin the spinny thing. And this one, I'm going to leave up here at Hoppin. If you don't come and claim your prize, then it's getting rolled into next week's. So this week, we have got a sample pack. I call it a sample pack because it's kind of small, but I bought one of these from Thrive Apothecary a couple weeks ago, and let me take that back. I bought it maybe a month and a half ago, and I just ran out. So this sample pack is actually pretty, it's got some longevity. So let me get this open. We're going to pick somebody out of here. We got that. And then a gift card to Boulevard Brew, another one of our sponsors. All right, here we go. Frankie Boy. Frankie BOI 77. We've got your ticket. You are a winner. And you have, let's see, we're going to cut this thing off. If you haven't come up here and gotten your prize by Wednesday night, we're going to roll it back into next week's. That way I have time to tell everybody, like, hey, Frankie didn't show up. So now we got more. All right, here's how you get your name in here, folks. Email me, media@fortworthroots.com, and just say, hey, put my name in the spinny thing. If you will do that, I will put your name in here. And here's the thing: if you've played this game before and you already have your name in here, cool. But every time we do a call out and I give you an opportunity to put another ticket in here, you get another ticket, which is another chance to win. We're going to be doing this, our regular weekly drawing, and we're also going to be doing an on-location at McFly's Pub drawing. And the only way you'll know if you won is if you were at McFly's Pub on Tuesdays. So, 2 ways to win. On the show, right now. If you want to be in next week's drawing, which will happen on Mondays, just email me, media@fortworthroots.com, and say, I want to be in the spinny thing. And we'll put your name in here every single time we do that. If you come out to McFly's Pub, you're going to get to put 2 tickets in. You put 2 tickets in here, and we're going to do a drawing every week. And the way we're going to do it at McFly's is we're going to do a side drawing. I'm probably just going to have a hat or something. Everybody there that's at the thing that night is going to put their name in the hat, and then I'm going to draw a name. And I think we're going to start with just cash. And if the cash thing gets a lot of attention, then we'll keep doing it. If not, then we'll stop doing it. But I would love for you guys to come out and just have fun, but I'm also willing to bribe you. So we'll do $25 cash tomorrow. And if I pull a name out of the hat and they're here to receive their gift, then they get that. All the names that didn't get picked will go into the spinny thing. Okay? And so now they've got 2 chances to win. So we'll pull 2 tickets out at McFly's. We'll do 1 out of the hat for people that were there in the room. Then we'll toss the other people in the tumbler, and we'll give it a spin, and we'll pull a name out of the tumbler. That way people that are registering online get a chance, and the people that are in the room get a chance. So 2 chances to win at McFly's, 1 chance to win if you'll just email me, and then whenever we do these Monday things, you'll have to come up here and claim your prize, because the issue has been I've been trying to track people down, and it's become a whole thing. So anyway, email me, media@fortworthroots.com. Okay, I've said that several times. Here we go. What are we doing? This is what we're doing. All right. It's probably one of the messiest episodes we've done during the morning show, but in closing, thank you guys very much for listening to today's episode. And the morning show has actually been picking up a lot of attention, and I think that's great, but I think it'd be way cooler if you guys were calling in and letting us know what you're doing. I know who listens to the show. I know you've got stuff going on. Please let me tell people about it, okay? Send me an audio clip. It'll be cool. Tony, thank you for sending yours in today. All right, folks, that's enough out of me. As y'all move through today, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude with every chance you get. Until tomorrow, good day.
You're right. You feel me, thrill me. Never had some love to heal me. You're oh so wonderful. I'll never let go. 'Cause dreams do come true. And here comes my great day in the morning.